Celebrity news teaching and, sometimes news reporting and all that good jazz. I want to thank the people that I have here. I'm not sure if it's Linda Gamble or who's here, but I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm one of these people. I like to get to the meat and potatoes and I do not like to waste time. The title, Don't Get Mad Now. And the reason I say don't get mad now, because some of the things I'm about to say will make people upset. I don't do your traditional review, but I didn't have time, so I don't have no pictures. But I'm about to go ahead and say what I got to say about this review about Love and Marriage on Saturday. The first thing I want to talk about is, let me see, is there anything I'm forgetting? Anything? Nope. Oh, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. The first two people I want to talk about Trish and I want to talk about Melody. The show began back from where they started at Nell's party, where Trish and Melody were, going back and forth. But my problem with this situation is this. And the first thing, let me let y'all know, if you want to unsubscribe, that's on y'all, because the bottom line is we come here as content creators to say what we have to say and give our opinion. Sometimes our opinion is not going to be what you want to hear, but unfortunately it's our opinion. Now, I want to go back to the Saturday before when Melody was speaking with Kimmy. Melody, did you not say that you don't like Trish from that point? So my thing is, when you sat down and had this conversation at Nell's bachelorette party, you came out the blue, and also I'm gonna let you guys know I'm going based off what I see on the screen. I know production cut stuff, chop it up, screw it, but that's not my problem. I'm going off based what I see. Melody, if you did not like a person or whatever, production can't make you say anything. I wouldn't have personally said anything at the end of the day. For me, that would be me. But the problem is that you wasn't expecting Trish to come back at you with that rah-rah, and she did. Trish came back at you, and Trish, and I could see it in your eyes. You was like, well, damn. And but the whole point is that you can't walk on fire and think somebody's gonna burn and somebody's gonna cool it off because your Melody. You can't do that. Trish basically let you know, I'm not no pushover. I may be quiet, but I am who I am. So for me, I felt like, Melody, you shouldn't have. I mean, you could do what you want, but I felt like you shouldn't have said nothing. I felt like you shouldn't have said anything. And if I was Trish, I would have gave you the smoke as well. I'm just one of these people. I don't ask me something that you don't want the answer to. Now I'm gonna move on, and because Trish and Melody gonna have some more issues, and I already knew Trish was really not feeling Melody when they had that party for her son and daughter, and Melody. People got to understand shade. Shade can be funny shade, person smiling with you, kiki, but they shading you. But let me go ahead and move on. My problem with this situation is that Destiny tried to calm the situation down and different things, but Melody was not hearing it. So for me, here comes Sunny. And I'm gonna do an additional video for Sunny and Destiny because I got a lot to say. But Sunny, let me go ahead and go ahead and let you have several seats. You go over and you sit with Melody. And my thing is this: I'm glad you're no longer on the show. I'm glad you're gone. Because in the beginning, I gave you grace. I didn't know you, so I'm judging you, in my opinion, is based off what I see and how you move. I thought you had ethics. I thought that you were somebody with character, somebody who had some hoof about herself. But you're not. And I seen right through you. I gave you the benefit of the doubt when other content creators did not from the bat. So once I seen how you were moving, and let me tell you something, fame is a hell of a drug, baby. It is. Fame will have you right here wanting you doing all kind of stuff. But let me go ahead. And she sat down, she was talking with Melody. And Melody, my biggest thing with you, I don't care how production chop it up and screw, but you are beginning to look like the person that's always on the run. Every time you come, you're like, oh, I gotta go. Oh, I gotta go. My thing is this: if you're gonna have to get up and go, or you have a previous engagement, then that's different. But every time, something don't look right. And I don't care what you say, I'm going based off what they show us. I don't care what production done and what they did not do. At this point, I'm going off what I see. So Melody, kids getting Nell kiss, whatever, and leave. And Nell feels a certain type of way about that too. Nell's like, okay, it is what she feels a way about Melody always coming and leaving. So anyway, they were having fun painting, doing all this stuff on the men and women body. And Nell said to Destiny, something in the effect of about Moses. And Sunny's like, oh, it ain't but one of us. Sunny, let me tell you something. And for the people who watch it and the people that come in and listen to the replay, y'all gonna have to get to know Reed because I have different personalities and I'm faceted that way. Sunny, let me go ahead and break this down to you. You need to stop all them wolf tickets that you got for Destiny. This is not a Destiny train. I tell Destiny, if you go back and look at my videos, I say what I got to say to Destiny. First and foremost, you want to keep saying my husband, my husband. Anybody that's married, including moi, myself, you don't have to keep saying that you married. You don't, unless you're trying to prove a point to somebody. But what you got to understand is that destiny is not fret by you, honey. Anytime you've come behind somebody, and I'm gonna need you to wipe the sides of your mouth because you got destiny all over you. A good 15 on and off years of destiny. Anytime you with him, you with destiny. Because baby, I'm gonna tell you something. When you dealing with somebody, that's why they say you got to get a person out of your system, because when you kissing and doing all that stuff, you are like your bodily fluids and stuff. When you kissing, it's fluids. You got to literally get that person out your system. And evidently he has not, because when he sat down to that table, that's the most I've seen him comfortable. Because when every situation I've seen him with you, you drilling him. What did she look like? What did she have on? Whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. Let me tell you something about a man. A man don't like to be drilled. And you came across in the beginning like you had your stuff together. I was saying about you, but I'm really beginning to see, Sunny, you was the one sat there and started destiny. From what I can see, I don't care what production did. I see from when Nell said what she had to say, and then when Tisha came over and spoke with you, Tisha. Let me tell y'all something about Tisha. I'm gonna do a video by her. When you go through what Tisha done went through, you and then the things that the little things that they are saying about their marriage, and they separated and was talking about divorce for a moment, her and Marceau, it changes you. I see a different Tisha. I see a Tisha that is pretty much like, hey, y'all can take me or leave me. She's really more laid back. It's not even nonchalant. She just like, it is what it is. So anywho, she was trying to, not really talk and be friendly. She was just like, talking to Sunny. And then Destiny walked past. And when she walked past, she kind of stopped and looked at Tisha and said something, and her butt was in Sunny's face. But anywho, my thing is this, Sunny, you have to read the room, my girl, and you was a production. Tisha do not see it for you. She's never has seen it for you. I think she's trying to do what she was doing because y'all was on the screen. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm drinking my lemon water. Okay, so anywho, here goes Sunny. She wanted to do this. Oh, my husband. Yeah, I wish you keep us out your mouth. But baby girl, you the one sitting there doing all that conversation. You doing all the your whole stance is she want my husband. Baby, she's had the eggplant. She's had the peen. You need to regurgitate. You are kissing on destiny. Read between what I'm saying. Read between the lines. You kissing on destiny. Destiny not kissing on you, because anything that you're doing with Moses, my girl, she's done it. And the reason I'm coming at you the way I'm coming at you, Sunny, because for me, I thought that you were a different caliber of woman or female, and you're not. You're not. You really are not. And this is, for me, when Destiny, I'm pissed off because you want to sit and still say you didn't put that picture up of that girl's son because you didn't do it for that reason. Let me tell you something. If you a content creator, anytime you set and you upload on Instagram or anything, it don't matter if you're Instagram, anytime you sit and put a post, you've methodically thought it out. But let me tell you something. You better be glad Destiny working on herself, because I'm going to tell you something about me. Don't play with minds. Camera or no camera. Don't play with minds. I promise you, baby. And I don't condone violence over here, but when you play with my seed, Destiny did the right thing. She walked out because she's working on herself. You right here trying to play, because I'm going to tell you what I don't understand about you, Sunny. You say you want a child, but if you want a child so bad, why are you around here talking about somebody else's child? Keep it on Destiny. Don't talk about what she got going on. You right here trying to have a kid, but you right here talking about how many paternity tests, whoop de whoop de boo. It doesn't matter. Were you there when she was getting stuck and plugged? No, you were not. Were you there when your husband was doing it? You were not. So please have several seats. I wouldn't even came on this show, but you came on this show because you want fame and notoriety, and you got the total opposite. And I also seen you, Sunny, when you was sitting there, you trying to befriend all these content creators. But baby, let me explain something to you. We don't know you. Okay, they may talk to you behind the scenes, whoop de whoop de whoop de whoop. But guess what? When this show is over and you spill what you say you have to spill, because you saying you got stuff to spill, I don't see it for you, because at the end of the day, you know what you was doing when you put that girl's son up there. And you know, I'm gonna keep it on that because I got other stuff to say about you, son. And you always talking about your husband. Is baby, if you got to keep ringing and ringing the doorbell about your husband, something ain't right. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. Let Moses talk for his damn self. That's the reason why he in the predicament he in, because of you. Let him talk for his damn self. You want to go on there? Oh, when he get out, he got a story to tell. Let him tell his story. He don't need you to produce him. You were already producing the marriage. You were already producing his jail time. You were already producing everything. And you already producing. You already stated that you leaving the show. Okay, why are you keeping Destiny name in your mouth? And if you, Destiny, let me tell you something. I get on you too. So this is not about me being on this. I don't have no size. I'm uno, I'm solo dolo, baby. Solo dolo. But Destiny, if I was you, I would pay her dust. I wouldn't talk. Whatever she want to say, even if I'm in the scene, I'll look at her and walk off. It takes two to tangle, baby. And you wouldn't eat off of me. You and see the thing is, you need Destiny. Destiny don't need you, because everybody's like, oh, Destiny need her storyline. Destiny can have a storyline with Martell. She can have a storyline with Lance, Kimmy, Tisha. She can have a storyline. She doesn't need Sunny. All Sunny keep doing, you at nail party and you talking about, well, she keep my name. You the one talking. You the one talking. And I don't care. Well, she may come and say, oh, well, you didn't see what. I don't care what I see. I see what I see. And that's what I see. And I'm going to tell you another thing, Melody. And Melody probably peeped your ass. But I'm going to keep it all the way funky. You ain't Melody friend. You cozying up to the one person that's there for you. You're not her friend. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you stated that Destiny was saying certain things about Melody, you didn't go and say nothing to Melody. You was Destiny's manager. Did you talk to Melody when they was in St. Louis and they had that concert? No, you did not. So when a person like her, you gotta watch. And I watched you. I gave you one. I do anybody, even on a relationship, friendship. I'm gonna give you 100%, and I'm gonna let you chip away at that. And Sunny, let me tell you something. You're not a friend. You're not a foe. You got to watch. I was finna say a word, but I ain't gonna call her that. But you gotta watch her, because the thing is, there's no honor among thieves, baby. And you a dick thief. Oops, did I say the word dick? I'm sorry. Eggplant. That's what you are, because you was watching this man from the moment you seen him with Destiny. And the way that you get him is the way that you gonna lose him. And I'm gonna tell you now, if somebody can go run back and say, "Oh, Reese said this," unless you coming over, unless you want to talk to me and have a civilized conversation, all that whoop de whoop de whoop St. Louis stuff, girl, I don't give two blanks about that. I really do not. You right here talking about your husband, but if I was Destiny, I would have told you, baby, what's that on the side of your mouth? Oh, that's she, that's me, that's her, because you every time you touching him, you touching me. Read between the lines. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But let me go ahead and keep going. So Destiny went outside, and Tisha went out there with him. And so Destiny was like, I'm the teacher was like, don't leave. She's like, I'm not leaving. I'm here. I'm out here just calming down. And so she leaned in, that's you kind of lean in. She leaned in. The teacher was like, oh, I was about to walk the dog on her. Walk the dog. And I'm proud of her in a sense, that she did not walk the dog. Now, I'm not saying I could have that restraint, because when you mess with mine, it's certain things you don't mess with. You don't mess with God. Don't come talking to me about God if you talking negative. Don't deal with me with my family, my husband or my kids. And the thing about it is, older people, y'all know what's called a shotgun wedding. Sonny, how you didn't even, before you even got married, you said out your own mouth that y'all started the fertility. So you started fertility before you even got married. What was the rush? See, when I came out supporting you, I just thought this was a marriage. I based everything on face value before the show came out. Once the show came out, I seen what you was about. And I like what Tisha said when Destiny was like, okay, I see what this is. Destiny understands that she got to get herself from around Sunny, because see, I feel Sunny trying to poke the bear, and Sunny want Destiny to really clock her. That's what it's. I don't condone violence, but that's what you want, Sunny. You want a moment, because it's getting stale. All you right here. She want my man. She keeping my name in her mouth, but you want something more. Don't give it to her, Destiny. She don't deserve the time. She need to go ahead and go back to whatever she was doing. Put on her overalls, get out there and work, and do all of that stuff. Because at the end of the day, you could have brought a lot more. Being a producer, as you say, I'm air quoting, you could have done a lot more. But you causing, and I'm gonna go back to Melody. Melody, you better watch her, because baby, what that saying say, keep my friends close, but keep my enemies closer. How is she somebody that knew at the time? So she's basically gonna deal with whoever she feel like is benefiting her at the time. So for me, when Destiny said what she said, and Tisha said outside, Tisha said, "You well," in her confessional, well, you know what? We're gonna stop. We just need to stop inviting Sunny, because Destiny has made it clear she's uncomfortable. She don't want her around, and that's what I felt from the beginning. Why have her around? Like, you the source. You at Nell's party, and Nell, let me tell you something. If you are Destiny's friend, you need to go ahead and nix that. You need to go ahead and nix that, because it could have went far left at your party based on something you said. And you sitting there looking like you already know Destiny is not with it. So Destiny was walking around trying to be cordial. And then, Sunny want to do all this root, root, root. And like Destiny said, Destiny clap them hands, baby. Let me tell you something. From where I'm from, when we clap, lean in. It's a couple of movements Destiny did that I knew, and it's not about Moses. Everybody thinking it's about Moses. This is not about Moses. This is about this girl's child. I don't care how Sunny tries to swing the broom. You should have never posted that. You could have said anything that you wanted to say about paternity, but you didn't have to do that. I've had someone post about my child, and to this day, I haven't seen them for 3 years, and I cannot see them. I cannot, because it will be a walk the dog moment. So, anywho, and I'm glad Tisha said that, because honestly, when Melody left, you should have left with her, Sunny, because really nobody's there is your friend. Nell is not your friend. She's not. Nell don't even know you like that. So for me, I just feel like it's good that you're leaving, because unless you got anything else to say, and Moses need to talk for himself. Wait till this man get out. Let him get acclimated back to making money and do what he got to do. My whole thing is, what kind of wife are you? And I'm gonna say this because I'm a wife. You're not a good wife. A good wife is seen and not heard, unless she need to be heard. Unless somebody's saying something to her husband, and she got to have his back. We have heard more from you than we've had from Moses. But I'm going to get off of that train and keep going. Okay. The vow renewal was great. It was all this. Blah, 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 blah. I'm not going into all of that. My thing is regardless of what goes on with Nell and Chris, if Chris, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. You cool and everything, but I do be seeing you liking certain little nice looking yummy pages, some female pages and stuff. But I'm gonna keep. Hey, you can like somebody's stuff, but it's other things I've seen. But at the end of the day, like my grandparents always told me, if you like it, I love it. And the thing is that whatever they done went through, they've stuck it out for 30 years. So who am I to say anything about their marriage? But let me go to Destiny and Lance. Lance, let me tell you something. I don't know if you and Destiny then knock the boots, as we say back in my days. I don't really know. I don't see it. For me, if it was me, I would have went on and took him around the block, Destiny. I mean, I understand you trying to be celibate and all that stuff, but if you go if you're gonna play the part, but I just that little interaction, I don't really see it. I don't get it. Trish, you cool and everything, but honey, that wig was not hitting. So anywho, I want to skip. I'm telling you, I'm all over the place because I don't do your conventional reviews. This is my thing going back to Melody. Melody was sitting there, and the way the angle looked, it looked like Melody was on the first row. Martell, was over there with the Scots and everything. And then Destiny showed up. But if I really don't muck with somebody, if I really don't see it for you, I don't know if they told her what it said. I would have just said it in the back. No, I would have said like on the end over there on the aisle or somewhere. But this is my thing. You knew Martell was going to beat. I'm quite sure Nell said it. Martell was going to be at this vow renewal. So when Martell came over to the table, excuse me, where everybody was sitting, he was not by you. He was on the other side. You got up and left. And that's your prerogative to do that. But one thing that Martell said to Marceau and Maurice standing there, they were just those three. And I handed to Marceau. Marceau is about his paper. Marceau understands I don't like this ninja. I don't like him at all. But guess what? If I need that camera time and I'm gonna sit there and have a conversation with him, I have a conversation with him. It's all about they working. Outside of working, I don't have nothing to say to you. So my whole thing is when Marceau was talking and he was like, "Oh, this is the first time you've been around Melody," something to that effect. But one thing Martell had said, and he's keeps saying it, and the one thing y'all have to understand about the truth or a lie, and Martell is a lie and the truth ain't in him. But Martell has said from the beginning that when Mel is not around the group or on the camera, she'll speak to him and all this stuff. This is even after all these court things. We can't believe everything Martell say, but at the end of the day, my thing is this. Martell, I could have sat at a table, and I've had some crazy ish done to me. So don't come and say, "Oh, well, you ain't had what Melody had done to her." It's just I haven't been on television. I've had it. I've had it done to me and more. Melody's not the only person that has ish done to them. All I'm stating, if you knew he was going to be at the wedding, and you may say, "Well, why did he come to her table?" Everybody was at the table. Everybody was at the table. What you think he's gonna sit over there and look around like la 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 la? Hell no. He came and sat at the table. Let me tell you something about me. I can sit across the table from you and don't say, and I can look right straight through you. You're nothing to me. I can look straight through you. I wouldn't have gotten up and left from that table unless I was ready to go. Because the thing is, you go over and you tell them, get nailed on my kids. Now they're used to you doing this. They're used to you getting up and leaving. They're used to you, and that's your prerogative. You can do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, for me, yes, your name was on the table. Yes, everybody was over, at the table or whatever. I don't know how the seating was done at that table, but I know everybody was over at the table. It doesn't make sense, Melody. It does not make sense. If you do not want to be in a space with Martell, and I get why you don't, stop going to events that you know he's going to be at. Stop going. That's just like when Stormy had her Valentine thing or whatever it was. I don't know what it was. I don't know. Don't get me to saying stuff. But you didn't go. You opted out not to go because Martell was going to be there. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to be on a reality show, and I want everybody to start saying, "Oh, this is her show. This is her show." Let me break this down to y'all. Bob, whose shows it is? Nene started Atlanta Housewives. Mariah's the only one that made sure she's getting her coins, because what they should do, anybody that's going and pitching a show, you need to have some type of paperwork drawn up by an attorney that if something goes on, I'll be trying to get two checks. I'll get a check as a producer and I'll get a check as the talent. That's what I would do. But miss me with this is her show, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, it was Sunny's show. Not Sunny. Sunny, Shani O'Neal. It was Shani O'Neal's show. But they was, not all of them would give her the business. But she, when you're the talent, you got to take that producer hat off, baby. You can get it too. So my whole thing is, I'm not saying she needs to leave the show, but don't say you're going to go to somebody's event and then you get up and leave. I just don't feel like, why come? Nell said the same thing. Nell Fletcher said the same thing. But anywho, moving on past the viral renewal, because I'm trying to think of anything else that was pertinent, and it was not. So, because I did the video with Maurice talking to Martell, and Martell doing the same old dance about missing Mel and all this stuff. Man, you got, never mind. I have to watch what I say because my mouth is very slick. So I want to fast forward and I want to go past, and I just want to go ahead and get right to Trish and Ken. Trish and Ken. Trish, I got to throw my hat off to you, my girl. You out here doing the dang on thing. Ken, you one of those dudes that are one of those people, because women are like that too. You know, people who do stuff for you, and the moment they get mad, they throw it back up in your face. I'm the type of person, don't do nothing for me that you got to throw back up in my face. And, it evidently they still together because they had a picture and I was going to upload it. Didn't have time. It is what it is, but they still, kicking it. But Ken said to, I want y'all to hear that part. Let me see. Ken said to her, you still texting. You still texting. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm just here talking. Let me see. Let's see. African Diamond High. You said they talked too. Oh, really? You talking about Melody and Martell? They talk. Let's see. Kimmy was Kimmy is the bone carrier. Hi, Tia. Hello. Hey, Linda. But I'm sorry, I didn't have the comments on. But yeah, anywho, Ken, they sit down. Trish take him for a joke. Just really, if you guys, I wish I could play it, but if you go and look at Trish remind me of myself. Like when I'm sitting down, I really don't want to have a conversation with somebody, and they talking. I'm just like, okay, go ahead, let me go ahead and get this over with. He talking, and she looking like, okay, and he's like, well, you text Marquez, her husband, not ex, he's still the husband from what I know, allegedly, and stated that you would take him back in a minute. That wasn't really a shocker for me. That wasn't a shocker. Ken's in his feelings because he wants Trish to do what he wants her to do, and she's never going to do that, Ken. She's never going to do that. Because the way you came, the same thing, the way you came in texting her and all that stuff when she had her husband, he was in the house, even though he was upstairs or whatever. She's never going to respect you because of the way y'all got together. She's never going to respect you. And not only that, you whine too damn much for me. I don't like no whining behind men. With all the muscles and everything, you would think that you're an alpha male. Trish is the alpha female and male in that relationship. He's really not. She's the one running it. And so Trish, this ain't the first time Ken has spit out the mouth about what he do for her, because the moment he said that he paid, she got up and she ran to tell production to leave, go ahead and leave. And so he's like, "Oh, I paid for this. I paid for all those cars. Your vehicle was broke down over at the apartment." And she was like, "Nah, my brother fixed it." And so, and then he was like, "You and your kids, I don't have." Oh, me and my kids, baby. She did the right thing because the young Reed would have popped off, but the older Reed that's over 50, you don't pop off. You wait your time and you wait your turn and you play the game and you just be like, "Oh, okay, that's what you gonna say about me and mine." Oh, okay, homie. And I don't know how true it is. On the YouTube streets, Ken and Marquez got into a little pop, 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 pow fight, like a little rumble in the jungle. But for me, Ken, you you leading with your wallet. And I don't know how things are gonna go now since and it's not allegedly, you was arrested with the trafficking of Mary Jane, and you're on supposedly allegedly 2 years of probation. I don't know how that's going to work because I know as truck drivers, I know my brother's a truck driver, and I have a few other friends that are truck drivers. I'm not sure what's going on with your license with that situation, but something like that, most definitely. And, truck driving is your way of life. The other thing is, Trish, I was cringing last Saturday when you were stating to quit your job and you were going to open up, a facility and spend money. You had talked to Kimmy it wasn't that last episode, but before that, you was talking to her about a place. First and foremost, I wouldn't quit my first job. I would have this on the side. People do it all the time. I would not let I want to call him Ken the man, talk me into anything. I don't see, and I think Ken may be frustrated because Ken wants this divorce done allegedly, and I think Ken wants to marry her. But Ken, the point is, you need to listen to somebody. And when you went on that whole tyrant, and I'm gonna attach that to this video, when he was going back and forth talking to all the women, going off on us on when he was sitting in the car and stuff, I knew right then, because what grown man, you're acting like a male. What man gonna sit up there and go back and forth with women? I think it was a men on there. On your live, you going back and forth. You talking about people wearing wigs and people doing this and people doing that. And I asked you, why are you not in the house? I point blank asked you that. And you're like, "Dear Reed Talk, don't worry about it." I mean, Ken, I don't really know if you're a good guy or not, but when a man does something for his woman, he does not have to broadcast it. You don't have to broadcast it. And I'm ready to see more of you and Trish. But I'm telling you now, you might as well stay in the position that you're in. You're never going to be that guy for her, because when a woman knows she can pull your garden tool, y'all know what I'm talking about. When a woman knows she can pull your whole card, I'm like that. I don't respect a man that I know I can manipulate him mentally. When you know that, when you don't respect somebody, and this is my opinion, I really don't think she respects him like that, because he keeps saying, "My problem is with you. It's not with Martell. It's not with Marquez. It's with you." And Trish is like, "My problem is with you," but she was she was smiling. It was I felt so my boy. I felt so sorry for you. And the only thing that I'm saying is that with all of these people, all of these couples, it's like the Huntsville turn. Everybody get a turn. And I'm ready for this reunion because, and I don't know if y'all seen the reunion, and I don't know if y'all heard it, but Kimmy, Maurice was talking about Kimmy. Let me see if I have it on here. I'm gonna play it for you guys. Kimmy stepped in when Maurice was talking about how Melody was chiming about his DUI arrest and everything, and Kimmy was like, "Well, Melody, to my, oh, it's all around on social media and everywhere. And Kimmy was like, "Well, your but listen, I don't mean to laugh. Y'all don't get mad at me. I know some of y'all love Melody. I have nothing against Melody. I have nothing against any of them. The person that really get on my nerves is Sunni. Sunni, you coming out trying to act like you all this, and you're not. You're not. You want to be the prize. You want to be the prize. This man has too many women under his belt for you to be the prize. And for me, I'm beginning to believe what Destiny is saying, because I really didn't believe everything. But if you ever have the privilege of having a child, you're gonna see. But let me play this. I want y'all to hear it. The previews for the reunion. Hold on. Hold on. Let me start it over. Give me one moment. Okay, here it goes. Let me start it over because I want y'all.
Get ready for part 1 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville reunion special. You blondes have more fun? Of course. Oh, you lose the earrings like you lose men. Let me help you real quick. Fakeness, the phoniness, and all that kind of He took a video of his wife, and then he tried to get other people to send it out there and fake like she was giving somebody else. Stop speaking of you don't know. Melody, was Martell found guilty?
He pled guilty.
Did you plead guilty? No. Can you explain to us how you were booked for a DUI?
A police officer suspected something, and he arrested me for it. Unfortunate to see Melody disparage my character. She had her opportunity to show who she was, and she did.
The lip, it was because it was a topic of conversation all over social media. And that's it was a whole popular social media about your ass. Whatever bad butt job you got. I ain't talking about that.
Okay. So that's the little snippet of the reunion coming up. Let me go ahead and lower this down. But for me, hold on. Carlos, be quiet.
Ready for part 1 of the Love and Marriage Huntsville.
Okay. So anywho, let me see. Hey, Rosa Maria said Trish had plenty of negative things to say about Melody before she actually met her. Okay, where was that on? Like, was it on a Facebook, Instagram? Like, where did she say this at, Rosa Maria? And the whole thing about it is, listen, they all have something negative to say about each other. This is my thing. Nobody is above reproach. Not Melody, Trish, Tisha, Kimmy, Marcel. Nobody is above reproach. If you are on a reality show, you're not above reproach. I'm going strictly off what I see, because I could go off the things I see on their Instagram pages that they put themselves, or TikTok or whatever. But I don't care what production is changing, chopping up, screwed, or whatever. But at the end of the day, Melody is not above reproach. Sunni, none of them. And if Trish was talking about Melody prior to that, before that, so what? Who cares? They talked about Jesus. It does not matter. So wait. Melody is not above reproach. My thing is that Destiny, we don't know what happened. And I'm trying not to go into much because this is a different video. We don't know what really happened in her marriage. Okay, yes, Melody was there for her. I've been there for friends too. But guess what I had to do? In 2025, I have a lot of slogans. I said 2025, you out your damn mind. 2025, I'm leaving your ass behind. You have to get to a point in life where you say to yourself, okay, Melody, major thing is, I'm glad I thought about this. She keeps saying, like when she was sitting there at the vow at the bachelorette for the nail, she was like, "Oh, she's 1,000 or whatever she said about Trish, and I don't want her in my space." Melanie, if you don't want people in your space, then you have to stop being in their space. You're on a reality show. If you don't want people in your space that are negative, you have to remove yourself and say, I'm going. Who are you going to film with? who you gonna feel with now? Because you really don't rock with any of these people, and they don't rock with you. And for me, if you had a problem with Trish, like I said in the beginning of this video, you already said when you was talking to Kimmy and Kimmy was telling you what Trish had said, you was like, oh, I don't like her now. I don't like her. So if you don't like her, when you go there, why, and then the way you said it to her is delivery is everything. But I think maybe you thought Trish was not going to get back with you. And the thing about it is that from what I can tell and from what I'm hearing on these streets, the reunion is probably will be the best reunion that they ever had. I'm not bashing Melody. I'm not bashing Trish. I am bashing Sunni, because Sunni, for you to want a child, you should have kept, and you're gonna say, oh, I wasn't. Why did you answer this question, Sunni? Why did you put her child's picture up there? Period. If you can't answer that question, then I don't want to hear it, because at the end of the day, anybody that puts a child face up there, or even if you blur it out, I will have the same smoke for you that Destiny has for you. You keep saying your husband. Take your husband and Donna Ross, he's on down the road. He's on down that damn road. He's on down, because I'm gonna tell you, based on what I'm saying, I'm not putting anything negative on your marriage, but you keep going down the road that you're going. I wouldn't be shocked if y'all make it or not. And I'm gonna be honest, y'all finna be mad with me when I say this. I want her to have a baby, but Moses, let me tell you something. It need to be with somebody else, because she gonna make your life a living hell. She trying to run you. I know what I see. I know what I see, because I am one of those type of women, and I've had to learn. If you want a man to be a man, you have to let the reins go and let a man. Let Moses speak for himself. She always talking for him. And y'all may say, well, that's his wife. Who cares if that's his wife? I'm a wife. I'm a damn good wife. But at the end of the day, I'm not going behind anybody. What does it make, y'all, for Destiny, for Sunni to keep talking about Destiny got her name in her mouth, but you're doing the same thing. You're doing the same thing. You married him. Destiny could have married him. This man wanted to marry her, have kids, all kind of stuff. So for me, if I heard that, I would have took my bow and said, look, I'm going to take my husband. I'm going to do all of this. But long story short, I may lose some subscribers behind this, and it is what it is. At the end of the day, Melody, you need to come with something different, talking about your peace and your space. Let me tell you something. My peace and space, I only deal with one person. And I don't care if it's on you're not the only person that's been on a reality show. And you won't be the last. But for me, for you to not like somebody, and then Trish wasn't even talking to you. She was not talking to you. So it is what it is. And at the end of the day, I may come out and Melody do something good. I'll come out and do a good video. But you got to understand, as content creators, we're not going to always say what y'all want us to hear, what y'all want us to say. We're not going to say it. I know I'm not. I got content creators that I love to watch. I love how they get their work done. And I love that they're not, well, sometimes they're biased, but I love that they say if something happened crazy, they're gonna say. But let me tell you something, Sunni. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm so glad you're gone. I am so glad. Because if I hear you are like Moses is God. Did he part the Red Sea? Did he get all the animals and put them on the cruise ship? Moses is not God. Moses is a man. Moses put his pants on like everybody else. Okay, yeah, he your husband, you singing his praise, but at the end of the day, you knew what you was getting yourself into when you came on a show where he has been with that woman. And then when they was at the storming situation before you and Destiny had y'all little rah-rah, did you not, you need to replay it. Go back and see how your husband was looking at Destiny when she walked in. regardless of what anybody say, Destiny is not an ugly woman. And they can say what they want to say about her body. Guess what? Sunny body ain't all that. My body ain't all that. Hey, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. You sitting there making yourself look real stupid. Oh God, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call this girl stupid. I told y'all I really be trying to hold back with my mouth because it's so much stuff I want to say, and it's like she gets on my nerves. She act like Moses eggplant, and like his penis is the only penis in the world. That thing got miles on it. If it was flying miles, he wouldn't have to worry about flying nowhere. And I'm gonna say allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I have to. He would be flying for free. Moses is not an ugly man. Moses, let me tell you something. You out here, y'all know the saying, when you got a man, don't tell your girlfriend how your man is in the bedroom. Don't tell your girlfriend this, and this. Well, Sonny, you on the platform talking about your man, and guess what? Your man. I bet you be over there jocking that Instagram page, making sure, because baby, I know them women be flooding it. All you did was open him up to more women. So I want to appreciate everybody that came in here. I got to get something to eat. That's why I'm rambling now. But I just want to keep it funky. I'm going to say what I need to say about Melody, Destiny, or any of them. I love the transformation that Tisha is actually and the mortification that she's come through. You know, I can just see it. It's something you can see it in Tisha. Tisha has really kind of come into her own, and she's a matter of fact about everything. And I'm glad she put her not just her foot, her feet down with Marceau. I'm glad she did. She didn't have to say what she's done, but kudos to her. No one on this, nobody, they're not perfect. Chris Fletcher, Nell, Lance, none of you guys. So y'all can all get it anytime, any place, anywhere. Once again, I am solo dolo. I do not care if somebody if I got 5 people. I didn't have one person on the line. Long as I got one person listening to me, I'm gonna talk, baby. I am going to talk. Sunny, I'm gonna do a video just with you and Destiny, and I'm gonna have pictures, and I'm gonna let you know. You will never know what your husband is thinking 100%. You could be with people for 20, 30 years, and you ever seen when people get married, they end up divorcing? You never know what a person is thinking 100%. You never know. So regardless if you his wife or not, being a that title, that word WIFE, that's just a title. In order to be a wife, you got to put the work in. And so far, you are failing miserably, because your chase and your thirst for fame, Sonny, supersedes your love and your protection for your husband. A wife would protect her husband at all costs. And my husband, he wouldn't have been in jail. And regardless of what you want to say about Destiny, he never had to worry about that. And you can say, oh, she called on him and all this stuff. Come on now. Really? That's what you're going to roll with? She called and got him locked up. Okay. Let me tell you something. That may be your husband, but his penis is on layaway. And I said it. And I said what I said. I want to thank you guys for coming in. Excuse me. If you didn't hit the like button on your way in, please hit the like button on your way out. I appreciate Linda Gamble, African Diamond, Tia, Rosa Maria. I appreciate you guys. And anybody that comes in and listen to the replay, I appreciate you guys. If you unsubscribe to me, I appreciate you too. But if you come in the bushes and you looking, hit the like button. Okay, until next time, you guys have a great day. Today is Monday. It's the hardest day to get over. But thank you. And until next time, peace and soul. Mwah.